Good morning, everybody. It's Jose Franco. It's January 14th. I just read through my email. For those of you who don't know, I'm not running for president anymore. I have 110% full support. Michael Bloomberg. I like his selfless approach, the way he promotes openness. I'm a little in mourning. They kind of put my resume on pause. I'm hoping that it's still early, but if not, if it just turns out that because he's organized, so he probably has this thing all mapped out. So he probably may not have use for someone with my skill set, but maybe we can learn from the lessons that he puts out. So I'm a person that believes openness and awareness begins with the ability to self-critique and reflect on things that are central to your own beliefs, how you think, your thoughts, your actions, your behavior, and your results, outcome. Openness can inform private, personal, and group discussions. So ideally, all capable people should be looking for reasons to start or continue to work on self-improvement. I say this, I'm a good example. I don't think that nobody is equal to anybody. Even myself, even the same person is not equal to him, herself on different days. The first step I believe that we need to take for a gradual or continual improvement is to know yourself, to practice consciousness, and to be in the moment, not to be focused on yesterday or be so focused on tomorrow, just to be in a moment. As Americans, we should overwhelmingly prefer the principle of private property, the principle of owning stuff. You know, this it's a simple principle, the principle of private property, that wealth belongs to those who produce it. The reasons are pragmatic. Before an economy can have a distribution problem, there must be a product to be distributed. No other incentive keeps people continually interested in doing those things that encourage production as sought after wealth or money. You know, nothing motivates you more than paying your bills or just sustaining your family's livelihood. And that labor or property that's brought into being. The principle of private property isn't a capitalist thing, isn't only a capitalist thing. You don't need to be a capitalist and be private property. It's also embraced by socialists the same way. Private property is also at the ethical heart of unions and the labor movement, who argue that every worker owns his or her labor and the power is thus entitled to receive as a right all the wealth that his or her labor produces in the marketplace. The private property principle makes it possible to objectively determine economic value and competitive market. Without competitive markets, how can we determine the price of items we buy and sell? If not, the distributions of goods will be settled through brute force or arbitrary opinion. And that's, part of the insight that Mike Bloomberg and Bloomberg as a company they do, is that they provide the subscription in their machines, that they're providing information and data, and through data, businesses make decisions towards investment or what's best for them. So we should be advocating for processes and systems that encourage us having more access to data, and we should let the market dictate who can provide the best data possible. And that's there, because if you're producing something that's data, but there's really no demand for it, guess what? You're not going to get paid. So that ties into my thing with why I'm supporting Mike Bloomberg, is along the lines of the data and the information and the things that he's privy to, and I'm hoping that with that we can make a difference in 2020. Thank you. I'll keep adding things as they come to mind